Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a great start to your Wednesday. I'm really excited to chat with you guys today. We're going to be talking about my new program, OAB Freedom, and you're going to get a chance to meet my support dietitian, Beverly. She works with me and my clients inside of both my Road to Remission program and my new OAB Freedom program. So bear with us. Beverly and I have not done an Instagram Live in a while. So we are going to us. But if you guys are just tuning in, let me know where you're coming from. Let me know if you have IC or if you have OAB. And there she is.
I did it right this time, right? I think so.
That was like record time. Good job. Oh my goodness. How are you today?
I'm okay. I'm doing well,
Doing well.
actually.
All right. Well, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Of course, of course. Hey, I'm Beverly Levesque, and Callie and I have worked together. We're going to go on 3 years this spring, right, Callie?
Yes.
It's kind of crazy. And I am the support dietitian here with the team. So for the past 2.5 years, I've been helping Callie's clients just find relief with their bladder symptoms in our Road to Remission program, and love building relationships with everyone. They're not only like our members, but I feel like they're my friends as well. So that's me. I'm a dietitian. I have been for over 25 years, and for a long time specialized in community wellness, women's health, and now bladder health.
Yes. And I know you just said you've been with us for 3 years, but coming into this, like bladder health was kind of new. You had a bit of a personal connection to it, but it wasn't something that you necessarily struggled with yourself. So, what has that journey been like for you learning about all
Oh
this?
my gosh, I've learned so much. It's pretty amazing. I found Callie because I was trying to help my mom who has overactive bladder. She has interstitial cystitis. She was having all sorts of problems, and um, I have learned just so much on how, yes, diet can be a factor, but like peeling back the layers, it's even bigger than diet, which I never really realized. You peel back these layers, and there's a reason most of the time that you're having these diet sensitivities, and that part's been an interesting ride for sure.
Yes. And we're learning that most of the time, these diet sensitivities are secondary to some other
Right.
underlying cause. And that's just such a big like light bulb moment when our clients realize, oh, the food is not the problem. Yes, it can exacerbate the problem, like throw fuel on the fire, but like, the amount of people we see with dysregulated nervous systems or pelvic floor dysfunction, like it is insane. And then it's like once they treat those conditions and they put the work in, their symptoms usually disappear, or at least they get significant relief.
Definitely. It's so rewarding. It's so rewarding when people can start eating the foods that they miss so much, like chocolate and coffee and alcohol, and those big foods that I know a lot of people enjoy and miss. It's remarkable. It's
Yeah,
fun.
it really is. So last week, I just launched my new OAB Freedom program, and I wanted to take some time with you so we could kind of chat through what led us to create this program and like why we designed it the way that we did. And so you guys just heard that Beverly and I have been working together inside of my Road to Remission program that is specifically for people with interstitial cystitis or people just with bladder symptoms like pain, frequency, urgency, whatever it may be. And our clients have seen such success in that program that maybe like 6 months ago, I was doing some research about OAB and just seeing if there was any other offers out there similar to like what we're doing in Road to Remission, like something that took a holistic approach, something that's looking deeper, trying to find the root cause. And I realized there really wasn't any programs like that out there. So that's really what led me to start this whole process, um, and fill that void in the OAB community, because IC and OAB are so freaking similar. It's like
Yeah.
the symptoms are similar. I mean, the biggest difference is IC, there usually is some sort of pain involved. OAB usually doesn't have pain involved, and there may be incontinence or leaking involved, but the recommended treatments are very, very similar. And, we've helped people with OAB inside of Road to Remission get relief using that same framework. So that was a really long explanation for why. Did you want to add anything to that, Beverly?
I think mainly that, right? We're seeing people come to us and come to you like, can you help me with overactive bladder? And we didn't have a program for them. And so seeing that need, seeing that people want a community, want to find the root cause, want education, they want relief, and doctors aren't providing relief. And it's unfortunate. So all those factors combined really led us to create this program.
Yeah. And it's just crazy. There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, like you said, people really aren't getting what they need from their doctors. They're being told to restrict their diet, and they're taking all these medications, and it's like, okay, you're still not getting relief. What do you do? Like, do you have the proper education? Do you have the proper support and guidance? And it's like a lot of people don't have that. And when we were working with our Road to Remission clients and seeing this framework really benefit our clients and get them relief very, very quickly, we knew we had to create something similar to it for the OAB community. Now, I wanted to back up, because if people aren't familiar with Road to Remission, I'm just kind of going to give you the general overview of it. So that is a program for people with interstitial cystitis. Our goal is to help you get relief in 3 months from your symptoms. I would say a really good portion of our clients are getting that relief in 3 months. We've helped 60% of our clients either reach remission or get very close to it. And what we're doing essentially is trying to find your root cause or causes. And our approach combines nutrition, we combine nervous system regulation practices, a whole lot of education, and we have a very, very strong emphasis on support and community in our program. So, we have a mixture of one-on-one calls with you and I, and the weekly group calls where people can show up and just be a part of a supportive community and get their questions answered. And then we also have this big online learning portal where you can really dig into all of the different topics that there are to learn about. So that's essentially Road to Remission in a really quick summary. But again, we knew that this framework that we're using can really work for both IC and OAB. So when we made that decision to create OAB Freedom, you and I sat down and we were just thinking, like, how are we going to design this program? Are we going to make it an exact carbon copy and like keep the format the same, or do we want to make any adjustments? And what we ultimately went with was, so in Road to Remission, we have people, they can do the elimination diet whenever they feel ready, but it's kind of like you have two different options, two tracks, we call it. You can either start the elimination diet right away, or you can hold off for whatever reason and start doing some education, and just, it's really flexible. But what we discussed was, and this is something we've learned from our road term mission clients, is that most people are finding out that their nervous system is dysregulated. And when you have that issue and you do an elimination diet, your results can be confusing because is it the food? Is it stress? Is it something different? There's just a whole lot of variables. So we really wanted to take the first few weeks of the OAB program and really focus on nervous system regulation practices, and then go into the elimination diet to find your diet triggers if you have any after that. So we kind of just built it in a way where it's different modules. So it's like foundations, and then nervous system regulation, and then the elimination diet. And then we'll look at your pelvic floor, and then we'll look at hormones. So that's kind of the format we followed. Beverly, did you want to add anything to that?
Well, I was just thinking about how, like, as a potential member, you might be thinking, okay, but maybe I can get all this information, or I'm already doing nervous system work, I'm already seeing a therapist. Like what might be different with our program? And the accountability is something that comes to mind. Is we have this wonderful community of women right now in Road to Remission. They even want to like have a get together and meet each other in person, because they're just
a retreat on the side.
Right. But this sense of community and accountability, like every week when we have our group call, we're making each other accountable for taking time out during a busy work day to take some time for yourself, or do your meditation or your walk or whatever is helping you regulate your nervous system. And you can't get that anywhere else, right? Like, you can do all the things individually by yourself, but this is like a family making you accountable, I'd like to say.
Yeah, that's huge, because if you're doing something on your own and it gets hard, it's so easy to quit and just walk away and just like throw your hands up. But with our group, it's like people are checking in with you. You know, Amy might be like, hey, have you done your nervous system exercises this week? And it's like, no, I didn't. But now I'm going to really focus on that because, you know, you're showing an interest that you care about me. Like, it's amazing how much these women truly care about each other. And honestly, I never expected that it was going to be taken to that level when I created that program originally, but like we just got so lucky with the types of people that landed in this program, and I mean decided to just take the jump. And yeah, it's an incredible community. Like it, and I always like to say, you know, there's so many support groups out there. There's like Facebook support groups, there's the Reddit thread for IC. Like those groups can be a little helpful, but there is a lot of negativity in there. There's a lot of misinformation in there. We just had somebody in our road to mission community last night saying like, I'm so fed up with this group. Like there's so much misinformation, you know, and it's like, yeah, most of our clients end up leaving those groups when they join us because this is the only group that they want to be in because it's so positive. Whereas those groups leave you feeling hopeless and negative and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. That's sad. You really have to be careful what kind of information you digest, right? That you let get into your brain and can affect everything. Really send you spiraling down.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we're really going to carry that over into OAB Freedom because we've seen the value of this strong sense of community, especially on our face-to-face group coaching calls. Actually seeing other people and talking to people who know what you're going through. It's an incredible feeling. It's very comforting. You might feel like you're crazy, and then you sit on these calls and you're like, oh, these people go through this too. Like, I'm not crazy. It's just like a really fun feeling. And validating, not really fun, but validating. So that's really why we wanted to carry that over into the new program. So with Road to Remission, just one of the differences is Road to Remission, we have 2 weekly group calls. And in OAB Freedom, we're starting out with just 1 weekly group call. It's just going to be an hour Zoom call where you can show up. You know, it's not mandatory, but we really encourage you to show up because you can get the personalized coaching that you want there from me and potentially Beverly. And you can ask questions, you can get support, and just chat with other members of the program. So I'm really confident that we're going to be building up that community. It's going to be intimate at first, but I don't think intimate is a bad thing, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. A lot more personal time to get your questions answered or feel heard.
You feel heard. I love that. Yeah. So we're also, we're also carrying over a lot of the same things that we teach in Road to Remission. We're taking that same approach of like, okay, let's work on your nervous system. Let's do the elimination diet. I mean, we're dietitians, so that's what we really specialize in. We can help you navigate that because it can be really complex and difficult. So we work to personalize that process to each person. So we're going to be doing that in OAB Freedom. The education portal, it's going to have the same amount of education. It's just going to be presented a little bit differently. And last week I did do a behind the scenes look of that portal, and I can post it again because I feel like just seeing it can be really helpful for people. What else, Beverly? Has anything? Go ahead.
The classes are amazing. I don't know, like every time we have a new class or get a new guest speaker or something, it's just like blows my mind away that just where we started and where we are now. I'm just like, wow, the information is amazing and so helpful.
Truly. The other thing I wanted to say that I don't know why I forgot, but both of these programs come with lifetime support. So that means you have us for as long as you need us. This is something that is unique to these 2 programs. You're really not going to find this anywhere else. So what that means is you get the support of Beverly and I, you get the support of our community, you have access to everything included in the program, the group calls, the Facebook community, the online learning portal, our cookbooks, like literally everything will always be available to you as long as the program exists, which we plan on that being a very long time. Mm-hmm. So just thinking about like the value in that, it's just incredible. We even have clients in Road to Remission that have been with us for 2+ years that, it's great because most of them are doing well. They just love to come back and interact with the community and kind of like give back and help other people. Mm-hmm. But I think it's comforting to know that, okay, even if after like 3-ish months, I don't get relief from my symptoms, like we're going to continue working with you until you get the relief that you want. So it's like you have us in your corner if you ever need us in the future.
Definitely. Yeah, I can think of a few clients. I mean, most get relief within 3 months, but a few that we've had to try various different things with, try different diets, try different wellness techniques, work on their nervous system a lot more. So yeah, it's nice to be able to work with folks without a deadline.
Yeah, exactly. Just like having us in your back pocket, I just feel like it's super valuable. I mean, 2 dietitians specializing in bladder health, like you don't find us everywhere on the street. So in terms of like who each program is for, because I've been getting some questions about like which program do you feel is right for me, Callie? Road to remission, it can help anybody with bladder symptoms like pain, frequency, and urgency, but I would say the majority of our clients do have bladder pain or, urethra pain, pelvic pain. We have had a couple people with OAB in that program, and they're very successful. OAB Freedom was designed for people who do not have pain. Okay, so frequency, urgency, maybe some incontinence, like that is who that program is designed for. And I just really want to make that as clear as possible. I even created a flow chart to show people. Of
course you did.
I mean, it can be confusing.
No, that's awesome.
It can be confusing, and like the programs are very similar, but there are like small differences. Like OAB Freedom is tailored towards OAB. So if anybody has questions about like which program is right for you, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. And by the way, if you are tuning in live and you have a question about the program, let us know. We are here. I really just wanted to, get Beverly on so that you can meet her, because I really want to get you on social media more, Beverly, just to show your face, because you are such a big part of the program. You're the one that's giving people feedback. Can you kind of share what your role is in these programs?
Sure. It's a multitude of things, but as the support dietitian, I'm here for support. So I review what we call weekly reflections, where people reflect on their week, maybe send in their diet logs, we call them, what they're eating, how many times they're urinating, what their stress levels are like. They kind of share what they're comfortable with on those, and I'll provide feedback on whatever questions they have. If they want to, hey, Bev, can you help me get more protein or fiber? I can look at what they're eating and offer some suggestions or offer recipes from our cookbooks. I helped create the cookbooks and the meal plans, so I'm really familiar with what's in there.
More familiar than I am.
I'm in my 50s, so I've been cooking for a really long time. I know recipes, I know meal patterns. I feel pretty versed in foods and what's out there and how to like substitute things if you're cooking something, how to make things taste really good when you can't have a certain food or are on the elimination diet. So that's part of the job. I do some one-on-ones with clients, and in fact, in 5 minutes, I'll have to hop onto my one-on-one call with one of our clients in Road to Remission.
Yeah.
And those calls, I just, I check in with people, see how they're doing. They're usually going into a testing phase from the elimination diet, so I help them tailor that to the foods that they want to test the most, and also help with perhaps food fear and how to combat that, give some strategies and suggestions if they're feeling fearful to try foods. I help design the classes. I check in with folks periodically via email or on our Facebook group.
A lot.
I'm sure I'm missing some things, but yeah.
You are a very, very big integral part of this community, and I know that our clients like absolutely love working with you. When you're not around, like they're raving about you.
That's cool.
I know. Okay, so I know you only have a few minutes left. I guess, what would you say to somebody who is considering joining OAB Freedom?
I can't wait to meet you and work with you. Don't wait any longer. It's really not worth the stress you're going through jumping from procedure to procedure or drug to drug. I know some of the clients that come into our programs, they're just jumping all over the place and can't find what's going to help them. And so if that's you, or you're just on the fence, really make the leap, um, you'll be in very good hands here.
Absolutely. And yeah, I love what you said. We've helped lots of people get off medications. We've helped people get off supplements and like ultimately save money long term because they have relief and they need less care, which is really cool. So
It's very cool.
another benefit.
Some people spend, I mean, supplements, the marketing is so good on the supplements, and some can help, but sometimes you're taking so many you don't even know what's helping you. So, yes, I see a lot of people save money with supplements, medications, doctor's appointments, things like that. Like just really figuring out where to go.
Yeah. Amazing. Any last minute thoughts from you, Beverly? I'm going to stay on to answer some
Oh,
questions at the end, but
okay.
I'm going to let you go. But any last minute, anything you want to add?
I don't know. We're really fun to work with.
We are fun.
We're not,
We're cool.
we're a good team. Yes, Callie's very cool. I don't know if I define myself as cool yet, but I'm nice. I'd like to be cool.
Cool in my book. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, thank you, Beverly, for coming on. I know you have to hop off to do your call, but if anybody has questions for Beverly, just let me know and we can, get those sorted out. But you are welcome to jump off, Beverly. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Callie.
All right, guys, I'm going to stay on because I have a couple of things that I wanted to address, some FAQs. And if you have any questions for me about the OAB Freedom program, you're more than welcome to drop them in the comments. We've had a couple of people join so far. We have a couple spots left open, which is really cool. If you were at the OAB Freedom Masterclass last week and you missed some of it, or maybe you missed all of it, the live session, the replay is in your email. I sent it to you a couple of times already. So that is going to expire on Friday, the replay and the special offer I sent you. If you did not register for that masterclass, you can still do so. I'm going to post a link later for you to watch it. It was a really great session that I would highly recommend watching if you have OAB. So I just wanted to go through some FAQs that I've been getting about OAB Freedom. The first one somebody did submit today, just asking like if I'm currently working with a doctor or a specialist, like is that a concern with joining the program? No, I would say probably 100% of our clients are, maybe not 100%, but very close to it, are working with a doctor or just have someone, a medical professional on their team. So, if you are wanting to try certain medications, supplements, procedures, whatever, like we're cool with that. Whatever you want to do, we will support you in. That's just really our role here is support and guidance. So that is the first question. The second question is how much time do you need to essentially put into the program each week? So just to get a good feel of like how much do you need to dedicate to this program? I would say about an hour or two. You can do a little bit more, but we have one weekly group coaching call. That's where you can get your questions answered, get support, get personalized coaching, meet your peers. So we have that we recommend doing. And if you can't make it to the group calls, that's okay. We record all of our group calls and we post them after. So if you miss it, you can just watch the recording. And if you have a question that you want answered on the group call, even if you're not going to be there, we will still answer it for you and you can watch the recording. And then we also have that online learning portal where you're learning how to regulate your nervous system, how to do the elimination diet, other topics like learning about your hormones or your pelvic floor, you want to do bladder training. We have those available to you as well. And you get lifetime access to those, so you really don't have to rush through anything. We usually just tell people to prioritize the nervous system regulation classes and the elimination diet classes. So 2 to 3 hours a week, I would say. Another question is, I've worked with, XYZ practitioner before, urologist, maybe dietitian. naturopath, I always say that weird word, that word weird, in the past, and it hasn't helped me. Like, how are you going to help me? Well, the thing is, like, most of these practitioners aren't trying to get to the root cause. They're trying to help you treat your symptoms, but yes, that could get you short-term relief, but it's not likely to get you long-term relief because you're just kind of covering those symptoms up. You're not actually getting to the root of the problem. And that's what we're aiming to do in OAB Freedom is we're trying to figure out what your root cause is. What is causing your bladder symptoms? Okay, is that a nervous system issue? Is it a pelvic floor issue? Is it a hormone imbalance? Is it something else? Like, that's what we're really trying to do. And most of these practitioners really aren't doing that, and a lot of them just don't have the time to do that. So that's why a lot of you might be stuck in a cycle of like going to your doctor, trying a new medication, having it fail, going back a few months later, trying another one. Like, it's an exhausting cycle, and it can get really expensive too. So, and in terms of Beverly and I, we are registered dietitians. There are no bladder dietitians out there. I'm actually the first person to call myself that and specialize in bladder conditions. So we are very unique. I personally have lived with OAB for multiple years of my life. I have overcome, oh, I have overcome it. I don't have any OAB symptoms anymore. And so I know exactly what you are going through. I understand the struggle. And that's another thing that a lot of doctors don't understand is, yes, they're experts, but they don't personally deal with what you're dealing with. They don't know how many times you're getting up at night to go pee and how exhausted you are. They don't know how this is affecting your social life. They just don't get it. Whereas I do get that because I have been there and I'm now on the other side. And, this program is really designed in a way that will help you also overcome your symptoms in a matter of just a few months. So that is really how we are different from all of those other practitioners, and why OAB Freedom is going to make the difference for you, because we're getting to that root cause. Okay. The next question is, I have other commitments booked over the next few months. So maybe you have parties, weddings, vacations, whatever. Like, should I wait to join or should I join? You should join, because this program is very flexible. You can start whenever you're feeling ready. You can, we can help you navigate these vacations, these social events. Having a team that can help you prepare ahead of time to, know what you're going to eat or know how to prevent or manage flares if something pops up. Like, it's incredible to have support when you are in those situations. So definitely don't wait to join if you have certain events coming up. What else? By the way, I saw a couple of people just jumped in. If you have a question about OAB Freedom, let me know. Another one is, if I live outside of the US, can I still join? Yes, you can still join. We work with people all over the world. We love our international clients just as much as we love our US clients. We love an accent. So yeah, that is not a problem. And yeah, that's pretty much all of the FAQs that I had prepared. Again, you're welcome to send me a question if you want while we are live. If you think of something later, that's fine too. If you want to join OAB Freedom, we have 7 spots available. You can DM me the word OABF, and I will send you a link to join, or you can head to the link in my bio and you can join there as well. We have various payment plans available to make it more affordable and realistic for you. The program page has all of the details. That's also at the link in my bio. So if you want to chat about, is this program the best fit for you? Is Road to Remission better for you? my DMs are open. I'm happy to chat through that with you. I've been talking to lots of people over the past few days about, okay, is OAB Freedom a better fit for me, or is Road to Remission a better fit for me? And it really just depends on your symptoms and what you're looking for. So if you have bladder symptoms that include pain, I would recommend Road to Remission, because most of our clients in there have pain. We talk about pain a lot and pain management, but we do have people without pain in there. So, that program is great. That program is established. We have a big community. It's awesome. OAB Freedom was designed for people with OAB, so symptoms of frequency, urgency, nocturia, leaking, incontinence, those types of symptoms. So people without pain, this is what OAB Freedom was designed, or this is who it was designed for. And like I reviewed earlier, these programs are very similar, and that's because of the success Road to Remission has had. And it's just helping so many people get their lives back. So if you missed the beginning of this, Beverly and I walked through everything that happened in the planning process, in the design of this program. She shared a lot about herself and her role. So I would definitely recommend, if you missed that, go back to it. This is going to get posted in a bit. And yeah, again, if you have any questions at all, I'm here. I would love to talk to you. And I hope to work with you inside either of those programs if you're looking for relief from your symptoms by the end of 2024. So it was amazing talking to you all. Thank you for being here with me. And I hope to talk to you all soon, and have a great rest of your Wednesday. Bye, everyone.